Follow Helen Paul and I, Frank Donga.
You forgot your show notes inside.
Can you imagine? That's what I'm looking for.
Over the last 3 years, we have traveled through the hills and the valleys of Nigeria.
I've seen people combine their coleslaw with ofada rice and pomo before.
Say what? As we uncover the untold stories of food heroes on the front lines.
There's no planting season for us. We produce here every week.
Connecting them to untapped opportunities and the experts who can solve their problems.
We advise farmers to top dress with urea at the rate of 90 kilograms per hectare.
For a very long time, I think we neglected farming in Nigeria.
We provide loan to these farmers, and then we've been working with them for like over 10 years now.
So anybody can participate in agriculture.
This is Farm&Fortune. For any business to succeed, the returns must surpass the investment. If Dayo cannot access the right market for his produce, how can he make ends meet?
What we produce and what we make out of it. The question is, does it really complement our efforts? After putting on your energy, add the money and all that, I now realize that it's not really complementing your efforts. It can be heartbreaking. When I just started planting, my major market was my 12 because when I asked questions, every farmer on the average said my 12 was the place we take the produce to. But at a point, I got to understand that I was making not that profit that I wanted. I was not satisfied. I was kind of frustrated with the kind of money I was getting back. Then we had harvest of about 220 bags, which is a lot of cucumbers, just one day harvest. And we moved the whole thing to my 12. And I think that period when it entered my 12 was a period where everybody had to flood the whole market with cucumbers. So the supply was just more than what the demand that they had.
In the last episode, we found out the in-house things you need to have sorted when creating a marketing strategy.
And of course, this time we're taking it a bit further. We're going to Odogbalu this time.
To where?
Odogbalu here in Nigeria.
All right, yeah, in this episode, we're all talking about marketing strategies.
No, talk it well. Nobody's like that. I just they play with the foreign accent.
Okay, I think Simon will just run now.
No, talk this one. Where we hear. I don't even hear you at the struggle.
Thank God. Come back home.
Thank you. Now, Odogbalu we go.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. We'll be going straight to Fortune board.
And for the magnitude of the problem, I'll be giving him a strong 18.
And for the farmer attitude, I would love to give 14. I just want to be selfish with my marks.
Okay. I'm Frank Donga.
And I'm Helen Paul, and you're welcome to Farm&Fortune.
Now, let's go back to the documentary and watch how the farmer solves the rest of his problems.
Let's go see that.
When the familiar proves to be futile, Dayo is forced to look within and create his own pricing and marketing systems. Do this deliver the results he wants?
Now, the market will tell you the price is strictly on demand and supply. It has nothing to do with our operational costs. It has nothing to do with all that. So now, before I buy a bag of this fertilizer for 8,000, and now they are saying it's 32,000. There's an increment. For every normal business, you're supposed to put all that, incur it into your costs. That period when inside, people have the same mentality that, okay, thank God, fertilizer is expensive, this one is expensive, this one is expensive. So since fertilizer is expensive, it's only the big guys that can go for it. So the number of farmers that will come into that period of planting and all that will be so small. So we can use that. So when we'll be harvesting, we have that rough imagination. And maybe we won't be selling, there will not be much of this produce in the market, so it will go very, very high. Surprisingly, you go there and you now see some substandard produce. You see cucumbers that are white, long, and competing with your own that is hybrid. If they are flooding like 90% of a low-grade produce, and the final consumer wants to buy something that is not too expensive, and they don't have any choice. Someone like a restaurant will tell you that, what do I even need the hybrid cucumber for? Since I'll be preparing salad, I need to slice. Nobody knows whether it's green, is this, is that. You now start to see some hidden analysis in between, and you now be like, wow, like this thing didn't work. That gave us a clue that, okay, in this case, let us focus on the peak. Let us trade agri. Let's use analysis to plant. In the farming thing here, it's not just planting anyhow. You try to calculate, what do we plant, what do we think we go high, just the way we trade forex. I also try to trade agriculture that way. We look at the peak. Okay, now cucumber will sell November. When should we start planting? What are the things we need to put in place? We take time, like 6 months preparation for the next planting. We just don't rush. We take our time to look, ask questions. At times I have to go to my 12, meet the key people, have 1 or 2 discussions with them. Then I come back to the farm. I do my calculation. I try to forecast more. Use all this analysis, put them together. Throughout this tomato harvesting, the whole 4 blocks, we didn't move 1 crate to my 12. All the buyers came down to the farm, which is a plus for us. All 100%. We didn't move a single tomato like this out. I didn't pay for any logistics. I didn't do all that, because at this level we calculated well, we did our assignment well, we did our planting, we tried to make sure everything worked well. Because at that point I was trying to take advantage of all possible method of selling this thing once it's, because a perishable product. So we have to sell it on time. So I had to make a video, took it to my 12, showed them, okay, this is what the farm looks like, this is what we can harvest, this is what we can supply. So I was just doing all that. I had to even at a point have a WhatsApp group for just the outside people that buy, people I didn't even expect to see, and they came. And I'll tell you that just 2 of my old customers came. All the other customers were new. I've not seen them before, I've not done business with them before. So I just gave room for that to happen, you understand? So that's been pushing us.
Our guest today is a farming connoisseur, a digital expert, and co-founder of the Farming Corporation. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Farmer Akin Alabi.
Thank you very much, Frank.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're looking good, you know?
Well, that's the culture. We need to look good for the sector.
Thank you very much. I thought they said farmers don't have swag. See swag
Oh,
now.
yeah.
See drip. Shit there. I see you put bead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for keeping things real.
Thank you very much.
So, if I may ask you right off the bat, what's the latest digital marketing strategy that you have learned?
Basically, for digitalization in agriculture, it's all about building a strong digital cooperative system that works across the entire value chain. Because over the years, farmers do things in isolation, which has not been helping. So now we need to aggregate them using the power of digitalization. So bring them together via simple digital tools we have around, like the WhatsApp, the Twitter, the social media platform available. Just create a group from there. Then you use that to now speak to the heart of the farmers, whereby they can get funds, they can get inputs, and get other form of benefits, either from local governments, federal governments, state governments. You know, those are the simple strategies we've put in place to help farmers digitally.
Beautiful.
You know, basically.
Beautiful. I mean, I've seen a couple of your pictures on social media. I see you're rolling with the big boys.
Well, we thank God. You know, it's part of the thing.
So, if you don't mind sharing with us, what are those tools that you deployed in your digital marketing strategies for agribusiness?
Okay, so I'll start like this. Digitalization, or let me say, digitalization in agriculture doesn't have to be expensive to be effective. What I mean is this: our simple mobile phone is a simple tool we could use to deploy digitalization into the farm. You know, you don't have to get a very strong or expensive digital equipment, i.e. either a fully loaded, technology tractor or a fully loaded drone automation, or fully loaded any farm equipment. But for smallholder farmers, because that's basically the target point, and those are ones that are more, across both the northern part, south and west, you can use simple tools like your mobile phones with various applications on it that would speak or solve specific problems. So the question is, what are the problems we need to solve using the power of digitalization via apps or mobile phones? For example, number one, in terms of funding, for example, we've been able to create some level of innovative financing tools using digitalization, whereby several banks, or let me say cooperatives, associations, come together, identify specific cooperatives they want to fund. They'll go to a particular app and say, okay, these are the number of farmers on this particular app. Then how much do they need? Maybe 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira. They now specify, okay, we are financing a particular value chain, either poultry, either cocoa, either any of the value chain they want to, vegetables, cucumber, whatever it is. They fund them via the particular WhatsApp group. Now, it could be in terms of providing farm implements or farm inputs, fertilizers, chemicals, and all that. There are also groups, we can actually identify, say, okay, this is what their needs are. We can provide inputs for them in terms of it could be free, it could be at subsidized prices to help those farmers solve specific, simple problems facing them at that point in time. That is one aside. Then in terms of logistics, for example, today we have beautiful guys that have created simple solutions that would help you create simple logistic tools, moving your commodity from point A, probably in Nasarawa, down to Lagos. It's just by clicking a mobile phone and an app, and you get them into your farm, load the particular commodity, and bring it down to Lagos. Just like we have our Uber services across board. So we have guys that have done such simple mechanized or simple digital solutions available that could help farmers, solve simple problems. It might not be heavy, but simple problems around the entire value chain.
Thank you very much. I mean, I've learned a lot. Just like in a line, can you also quickly hint in about the actual marketing part, where you have commodity and you want to sell? What quick tools can farmers also deploy how to reach the end users, the end consumers, or the retailers? Are there ways they can, because I know marketing is a very serious issue when it comes to produce selling in agriculture. I mean, some people have perishables, like our gentleman now we just watched. He does perishables. So what tools can they use to quickly market that?
Today we have very fantastic agripreneurs that have created what we call farm-to-gate applications. So it means that from the gate of your farm, you can actually get buyers. But it takes a whole lot of process. That means you need to identify who the customers are. But again, the internet age has made it easy for us. Reason because if you have a couple of commodities on your farm, either your specialty area, value chain area is cucumber or tomatoes, for example, and your harvest period is after 3 months, basically, 3 months period, and you know that at this particular point in time, this is my harvest period. So it's easy for you to now put the information out there and say, okay, by XYZ dates, please visit the farm and come and take the numbers of tons you will want. So it's easier through that mobile app or digital marketing tool that is available to you. It could be, and moreover, the regular apps we use these days, Twitter, internet, WhatsApp, makes it easy. It's all about ability or the strategy to be able to implement such tools to drive marketing to your farm. It's as simple as that. So that you're able to get who actually are the buyers, where the market is. Even if you are selling into anywhere in Lagos, probably anywhere, internet is there. Just click that button. Definitely, people will tell people and come over to your farm. I have friends in Abeokuta that is what they do.
Wow.
Because consumers come to the farm gate to pick up commodity because they'll put information out there in terms of marketing days before they start harvesting. So when they're harvesting fresh from the farm gate directly down to the final consumer, either in the market or probably to their homes. So it's as simple as that.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Farmer Akin Alabi. I'm learning a lot. I hope you guys are taking notes. So let's go to the Fortune board. How would you rate our farmer with regards to access to resources?
Okay, let's do it like this. Actually, the gentleman tried a lot. He put in the best, put in the right strategy. For me, I would say, okay, let's give him a 30. 30 because, for every farmer, effort, is the result, and result is the profit. By the end of the day, I'll say 30 because he was able to aggregate via the power of social media to bring potential customers to his farm to buy. So 30 is fair enough.
Beautiful. I was thinking along the same lines. All right, let's take a moment right now and show you some digital hacks for your business.
Welcome to the DIY segment. Let's explore an easy way to evaluate your farm business using the SWOT analysis. SWOT is an acronym for strengths. Everything your business is doing well, including your unique selling proposition. This could be the size or location of your land. Weaknesses: the areas your business can improve upon, such as poor storage facilities. Opportunities: trends you can leverage for success, greenhouse farming, for instance, or gaps your competitors are not filling. Threats: everything that can harm your business, including competition activity or other micro and macro factors like climate conditions. Take this analysis to position your business for growth and expansion. That's our hack for today. See you next week.
Knowing what you know today and the tools at your disposal, what would you have done differently if you had to start all over, from when you started before? If you were just starting out now, what would you do differently from what you did back in the day?
Sincerely, Frank, what I would have done differently was that I would have studied agriculture from my BSc to my master's.
What?
Sincerely, that was what I would have done differently.
Really?
Yes, because I never studied agriculture. Agriculture came as a passion, from my grandfather.
Wow.
Which I built for over 20 years, So it came as, because the day we sat together, and I asked myself a couple of questions. Which sector can actually provide job for the economy? And I looked across. I said, it's only agriculture. Because of the value chain is enormous. So what I've done differently was that I could have studied agribusiness in my, school days.
So you've seen our farmer. What would you score him with regards to growth potential?
Okay, let's see. We'll give him a 15. Reason because he has put in so much effort, and definitely he needs to. Well, the reward is also very important, and also for scalability and for growth. At least in the next 1 or 2 years, I see him as becoming a very, very big farmer in his space. So 15 is okay.
So 15 over 20 it is then?
Definitely. 15
Beautiful.
is okay for him.
That's a good score.
Thank you very much.
And that, if I'm correct, brings his total score to 77.
Yes.
77.
Yeah.
That's ill. Strong ill.
Well, he has put in everything though, and that's an A farmer.
A farmer. He's like, no. I must really thank you so much, Farmer Akin Alabi, for coming to the show.
Thank you very much.
And for sharing from this wealth of your experience and knowledge with us. Thank you so much.
It's an honor. Thank you.
I wish you all the very best in your endeavor.
Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the concluding part of that documentary with our farmer. And from there, we join Helen Paul on Secrets of the Soil.
The point where we got to know that the plan worked was, in fact, the last sales we made before now, when we attracted farmers. Now, number one, we looked at that percentage of what the agent needs to collect from us, 10% of our produce, you understand, aside the logistics. Then the risk of even you getting the good agent, because on top of that 10%, you still have some that will defraud you, you understand. So when we started this new style of trying to attract the buyers to the farm, we looked at the gains, you understand. We looked at our record, you understand. We compared, okay, we are buying this and we are selling this and this is the margin. So we tried to look at the profit margin from the previous one we've sold. So at that point, well, it's not going to be like this all the time. At times, we might still need to take it to the market, but this plan is something we are trying to encourage the best way we can. And so it has been working for us since that time that we've been attracting buyers to the farm to come and buy from us.
It's still Farm&Fortune, and of course this segment we're looking at the secrets of the soil. We have an expert in the building, in person of Babachide Ahmed Lawal. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Please, we want you to give us the secret of the soil for just North Plateau State, Nigeria.
Okay.
And the crop we're looking at is soybean.
Okay. Before going into the secret of the soil,
yes,
farmers are generally encouraged to carry out what we call soil testing.
Soil testing?
Yes. Soil testing provides the farmer an adequate knowledge of the fertility status of the soil.
Great.
Fertility has to do ability of the soil to supply the right amount of nutrient for crop growth and development.
Great.
Without adequate knowledge about the fertility status of the soil, the farmer can just be applying fertilizer and not seeing yield. Because if we carry out soil testing, it will provide us adequate information about the nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium content or concentration in the soil. If these are plenty in the soil and the farmer keep applying fertilizer, it will result in what we call toxicity. That is causing more harm than good.
Yes.
Having explained this, now let's look at the fertility status of the soil. Now, soil, the pH here is very low. The available P is also very low. The calcium is very low, and the magnesium is very low. These are what we call the macro elements.
Macro
meaning they are needed in large quantity.
Great.
Now, we go to the micro elements, which are needed in small quantity. We have the boron, is very low. The zinc is low, and the copper also is low. Having seen the fertility status of the soil, what are the recommendations here that we have to make?
Yes.
First, the farmer is to apply dolomitic lime.
What's dolomitic lime?
It's a lime that contains calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate.
Great.
Noting from the fertility status of the soil, the pH is very, very low.
Yes.
This lime will help boost or improve the pH of the soil. The farmer had to apply 1,200 kg of lime and also 24 bags of 50 kg.
24 bags of 50
kg of lime. This should be applied at 2 months before planting and also after planting. In addition to this, the farmer are encouraged to apply NPK fertilizer, 15, 15, 15. NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium at a rate of 15, 15, 15. This should be 290 kg per hectare or 5.8 or 50 kg of NPK fertilizer.
Wow.
If the farmer follow this, the yield will increase from 0.9 tons per hectare of what the farmer is getting to about 3.0 tons per hectare.
Wow, you're really an expert, because I didn't know they do 15 kg, point kg. I just feel they just go to free land and just plant everything. Now all of these have to be put in place. I've learned so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
It's still Farm and Fortune, and please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, I am the banter master, and you're welcome to my arena. Today's banter will be fun. We have two farmers who will tell me if this crop is a major grown crop in which state that I state. Are you ready?
Yes.
Did you get the state that I state?
Very well.
Great. I will mention a crop and a state, and they will tell me if it is good and fit for the farm. The farmer that gives me the most correct advice will win today's prize. Can you share a bit of your experience in farming?
Oh, well, my experience in farming so far has been kind of stressful and, well, it's cost intensive actually, because considering the cost of labor, cost of getting machineries, and then bringing all these factors together with the economy of Nigeria, it's really, really not kind of worth it if you are farming on a small scale.
For you, can you share your experience?
Yeah, actually it started because, number one, I'm a trained farmer. I finished from University of Agriculture, precisely. Had my master's also in agriculture. Won a World Bank scholarship for the master's program. And from there, I got this passion that, okay, feeding the nation and the world is all our responsibility. So, anytime I'm on the farm, what makes me on top of the game is, somebody will eat my produce. So it has been a very easy task and at the same time a tedious one. But with the current trend of technology, things are getting better day by day.
And with your passion, of course.
With my passion. Thanks.
Very good. Thank you so much. Are you ready for the game?
Yeah.
I'm starting from you, my beautiful lady. Yam in Benue, is it a yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Great. You're correct. And for you, sir, beans in Oyo, yes or no?
No.
No. You're correct. For my lady, oil palm in Sokoto, yes or no?
No.
No? Are you sure it's a no? Are you sure?
Yes.
You're sure yes or no?
No.
No, correct. You're actually very correct. Maize in Kaduna, sir.
Very correct. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Great. For my beautiful lady, cashew in Enugu, yes or no?
No.
Well, it's a no. Last but not the least, banana in Cross River, sir.
Correct. Yes.
You're actually not wrong. You're right.
Okay.
Now we have a tie. Both of them are real farmers. And at this moment, first to answer will win. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Right is in Nasarawa, yes or no?
Yes.
No. And that's it. Now the winner is Yinka!
Wow. Thank you very much,
Were
man.
you expecting to be the winner?
Actually, yes.
Please sit down. Thank you
you.
so much. And of course, we've come to the end of the game. And our winner, of course, is Mr. Yinka. Don't forget, everybody is a winner on Farm and Fortune. Congratulations to
Thank you.
for being part of us. And you really did so well as well.
Thank you.
Make sure that you understand each state with their crop and, of course, what can work there. Don't go anywhere. It's still Farm and Fortune.
By now, I'm sure you've learned enough methods and tips to take your agribusiness to the next level.
You know, mostly to the digital level, like digital.
You don't want to miss our next episode. You know, it's, trust me, like a go-to meal, fully packed.
Talking about goat's meal, I'm not sure. But sincerely speaking, yeah, we will catch up there. You understand? But for now, bye. You go fit me, guys. I'm for it.
You don't leave your mind where in English I can understand.
Digger, they go, yeah, digger.
This girl, that's why we confuse everybody, confuse cameraman, confuse director.
And then mix UK and American English. I have to fit it, go to go see. Bye.
Don't go English.